Hey guys, it's Cray here. Welcome back to some more Donkey Kong Country Returns. And in this video we'll be doing the majority of World 7 with the only level we're not touching right now is 7-B. So we're going from 7-3 to 7-R. So let's go ahead and get started. One thing to note about World 7 that's like really important is that just beating all these levels is not enough, because some of the later levels have a little thing you have to do where you need to locate a giant red button. I actually can't remember if this level is one of those levels because I didn't get a good look at the sign right before this started, and I don't remember a whole lot about this level in general, besides that it's involving a lot of these giant hands. Just keep moving, trying to get hit by the hands, and watch the patterns going on here with like the blocks. Really, it's all about timing here. Not too bad, as long as you're paying attention. Try to jump without getting hit by the fists and get that in, and then wait for the block and then go. It's really simple stuff and all straightforward here. But just be careful, make sure you do everything right. Don't think there's anything that giant eyeball actually does in the background if you're worried about that. Fire yourself into this cannon, and carefully time yourself to shoot out and reset G. And then when the hands are clear, just shoot again. And you're at the end before you know it. It is shoot at the right moment. Pretty simple level there. World 7 is, I'd say it's somewhat hard. I don't remember what I said before. I think I said this is a fairly challenging world, and I'm still pretty sure it is. It's not super challenging, but still challenging. Anyway, let's move on to 7-4 Gear Getaway. Alright. I believe this is actually the first of the levels, the giant red buttons, but I might be wrong about that. Actually, yeah, I think I am. I believe the next one is. This one is a rocket barrel level, as you can see. Kind of a hard one, too. Not a very easy one compared to some of the previous ones. You have to be careful, watch these gears, and you have to be really careful about spaces in this level, so kind of watch what you're doing. See your first Kong letter there, your K, pretty easy to get. Watch the timing of what's going on of like everything in this level super carefully, or you might get killed, and try to decrease and increase speed at the right moments. This level can be seriously dangerous. Your O over there, you gotta be perfect with that and like go up at just the right second. It's kind of hard to describe it outside of that. You gotta be high enough that you can reach it then when you're close to the O, but you can't go too high or you'll die. This level can be tough, especially if you're trying to do this in one go without death. Just be extra careful. There's your N, go up without going too high, just like the O. Just kind of looking like in between, you can see the space between those like girders, and you can get through there and squeeze in. That's usually where you'll see how you can get through, so just go through there. You can tell where to go here. You just got to be kind of careful because those things are huge, real easy, and then before you know it, you're at the end. And still a very, very hard level, but as long as you take your time and observe patterns and are careful, you should be able to get through it without any issues. Alright. And now for 7-5. Okay, yeah. Now I remember. Because these 3 levels of the giant red buttons are all on a pattern where you can see them. So it starts with 7-5, Cog Jog, then 7-6, then 7-7. And these are all necessary to reach the boss of World 7. See, there's a thing that says find the button there. So while you're playing this, you want to kind of be on the lookout for it. Be careful, shoot through the space, just kind of make sure you know what you're doing and watching the pattern. Get in here and try to get that K when you can. Fire out. This is just sitting here being patient, nothing to worry about there. Now, kill that fire hydrant and probably try to kill that one. Just be careful not to get hit by them. Keep going. This segment is really easy and straightforward. Here, just kind of get by that tiki as best as you can and get on the platform. Might be a little challenging if you're low on health, so be careful. Here, jump on this next little girder and keep going. Now, there's your O. Have to be kind of close to the top of your jump to get it, but you should be able to get it fine as long as you are. Keep going. You probably want to get that barrel just so you can have it to kill that little Tiki there, because he's annoying, and that's an insurance that'll make sure you can kill him without getting close to him and blowing out the flames manually, so might want to get that barrel. If not, you can use it for that little thing there, because it has the puzzle piece in that little bag. Alright, you see those bananas pointing downward, you're supposed to slam on the ground, and then this gives you access to the switch. You just gotta wait on it to rotate. And now, pound on the ground again now that that's happened. I don't know if you actually had to. I think I might have done that on its own, but I'm not certain. Then go over there and pound in the switch, and it activates. And you still need to do this for 2 more of these things, but this is only 1 out of 3, and there's 1 in each of these next 2 and these next 3 levels, so yeah, remember 7-5, 7-6, and 7-7 all have these buttons. Going, should be careful to time yourself correctly and fire. A little bit dangerous there if you're not paying attention. There's your in. If you don't get it, try to bounce off the hydrant, which shouldn't be too hard. Alright, this is fairly easy unless you don't have Diddy. Just jump, grab onto these. You get quite a lot of free time where you can be careful, and you just have to make sure you're not bad with your jumps here. They're all pretty forgiving. Alright, here, this might be a little challenging because you have to be careful with how you angle it and jump to get on it. It's not like super hard, but still got to be careful. There, you can safely get to it dropping some, but I wouldn't recommend chancing it if you don't have Diddy. Here, this is a little bit tricky if you're not careful. You gotta wait for this thing to rotate enough. Then when it has, just kind of jump in where you know you're safe in the middle, and then get that G and hurry and jump back out to the outer shell and grab it before you can have a chance to fall. And then just shoot in that space to reach the barrel and you're done with the level. It's pretty easy. Alright. That takes care of World 7-5. Now let's move on to 7-6. And as you can see, there's an animation here to tell you that you pushed a button. You need 2 more still. 7-6. Switcheroo, here we come. Alright, this level even more so has a focus on switches, and you can see by the very big sign that you have a giant button to find. Just be on the lookout for it. I'll try to point it out when I see it. Here, you can see there's these buttons. You gotta push these all the time in this level, and that makes this level kind of difficult. This level is not very fun. It's really hard, so be careful here. It looks easier than it actually is. You constantly need to be on the lookout. This segment with the vines is probably one of the harder parts of the level, so when you have Diddy, it's real easy, because all you have to do is have your jetpack help you extend it. If you don't, you have to kind of land in a way where you keep that little beam bridge going so you won't fall to your death. Here, just go. Make sure you got the blue turned off. Activate blue and you kill those little electric guys immediately. Now this is something you can miss easy. You just need to see that weakened girder, and then there's the button. Like, I didn't realize this was here on my first time, so it's pretty simple to miss it if you're not paying attention. It doesn't exactly make you think it's a button, so make sure you don't just mistake that for a puzzle piece. And now you can continue onwards. Just hit the button as you go to keep activating the platforms you need. Kind of hover and grab your O, or just, you can go back down if you have to and get it that way and go back up again. There, hit the button and continue. Now this is an interesting part because you gotta be a little bit careful here, but just jump from platform to platform. If you have Diddy, you should be able to hover it all pretty safely. Now this is where things get a little interesting. You gotta be really careful here. You gotta kind of make sure you're like staying in between the buttons and not hitting them, which is kind of difficult, but still fairly doable. Just gotta make sure your jumps are careful in that segment after too. Then you get a freebie and you can kill these little electric things really easy. And this, just go low. Pretty simple stuff there. Like, this level can be a real pain if you're not careful, but it's not that bad if you are. This level is all about being careful with your timing and jumps. Alright, go down here to the bottom and just activate the switch if you want to get these bananas. And even if you don't, you still need it, so just jump over to the red. Then take your time here. sure you know when you're clear to cross over the next section of this. And then when you finally get past the third one, just keep going, obviously, and try to bounce off the chicken so you don't fall to your death. Alright, here, you just gotta wait, and then when you see enough space that you can actually activate the button, just drop and duck, and you'll be good. And keep going, and you've reached the end of the level. This is a pretty easy part. Just try to get rid of the fire hydrant, maybe, and then basically just jump and keep activating buttons to activate places to jump, and you've already gotten to the end. Really not that challenging. And there you go, level cleared. Not that hard. Alright, now for 7-7, the last one of the levels with the giant buttons. After that, then you get access to 7-R, which activates the thing you need to go to the boss fight. So, here we go, 7-7, Music Madness. This level is kinda hard, not too hard, it's a little annoying. Basically, there's giant instruments scattered everywhere, and you gotta be careful, because if you're not careful, they'll hit you. And it's got a rhythm going on, so you just gotta kind of watch what's going on and get the feel for what you're doing. So just be careful. Here, you can do this like two ways. The best way to do it is just go down where I did with the bananas and then launch out. You can also try to land on it when it's going down with the tiki, though, and that works too. Here, just take your time. Be careful not to get hit. It's not that hard. Then keep going. Honestly, this level is fairly calm as long as you're observant here. It's like this, just watch what you're doing, see where the platforms are and when it's safe to jump, and you'll be good. Watch here the same way, just don't get hit by the tiki. It's all really, really simple stuff. You should be able to do this fine. Then get down lower, then lower one more time, and then you should just wait until it's lined up underneath you and try to get back on it, and you should be able to do it without much trouble. Jump over there. And now, make sure you grab a chicken and kill that fire hydrant. If you don't, he'll be annoying. Not really bad, but he probably will be a nuisance if you don't. This one, I just recommend kind of jumping on it. If you want to get through this without damage, you gotta kind of watch the pattern there, which I didn't because I had the extra health, but yeah, you get the idea. At the top of that platform, you can grab the end. Now just rush when this thing is not moving and you want to get out of there as quickly as you can. Here, just kind of go when you know it's safe, like fire hurts you, obviously. Water is safe, so just go when you know the fire's not going to be going. And take the water, and use the water to help you go up, even though you don't need it. Now wait for the fire to expire here, then after it does, just jump and grab that G and get off from the water to get on to the next platform as quickly as you can. See that platform there? You want to hit that into another button. If you don't, you'll miss it. So this is the last button you need. So you have it activated, you can reach the boss. So go on out of there, and now all you need to do is finish the level. If you want to go straight to the boss, you can after you beat this, but after this, we'll be heading straight to 7-K. Almost the end. Just kind of watch what you're doing. Keep your rhythm going and watching the water and fire pattern. It's not that hard. Reach this little barrel and then you're at the end of the level. And here, just be careful not to get hit. You gotta kind of be fast at times and slow at other times. Like if you're, the main thing I've noticed is as long as you're not at too close to the giant little hammer thing that's going on here, you shouldn't get hit. Like as long as you're not close to it when it's going down, you should be fine. And then just use the height to reach the top where the barrel's at, which is pretty easy. And now we'll be moving over to 7-7. I mean 7-K, excuse me. Here we go. This is pretty much the last level I'd say is a real level in this world. It's not, 7R isn't a real level. I'd say it's still a real level, but it's really short and not that hard, so I wouldn't really call it much of a level. Okay. Now here we go. 7-K treacherous track, and this one is somewhat hard, not too bad. It's fairly easy in terms of K levels. Like, the big thing is that you're riding on this little track the whole time, and you gotta keep up the track and avoid obstacles, which not that hard. Big thing is activating those little handles there that act as switches to keep the track going, because the track will be missing, so you gotta be ahead of the card a lot and get over there to reach it. or not really card, I don't know what this thing is exactly described as, but yeah, just keep going. A lot of the puzzle pieces are like laid out in front of you in this, so it's not hard to collect them. Just be careful with this level. Try to jump and get ahead of the track as much as you can. But don't go too fast or you might end up dying, because some of these platforms are not the kind of platforms that'll last, they'll just crumble. It's not very hard to keep up with it and go ahead of it. Just make sure you do. Really, really simple level. Okay, go down, then reach that platform over there on the far right, and you get that switch pretty easy. Now this is just waiting now that you've activated the switch. Avoid the hydrant. And here, this is all about just bouncing and getting over there as fast as you can, getting to the switch. A lot of this level is all about speed. It's not very hard. And almost at the end of the level, you just got a little more to go. Duck. There's that switch. I believe there's like one or two more. There's this one, then there's that one. Okay, I was mistaken. There's at least one more, maybe one more after that even. And yeah, that was the last switch. I wasn't completely off, but yeah, there you go. It's not too bad. It's all about being ahead of the track and watching what you're doing and doing things carefully in that level. Not very hard. And now we'll be going to 7-R, which is our transition level from 7-7 to 7-B, which this level doesn't serve a whole lot of purpose, honestly, but no need to worry about this level. It's really easy. There's no Kong letters. There's really nothing to stress about this level. Like, this level is pretty easy. So, you just go up, you get in the rocket ship, and then the level starts. It's kind of like a rocket barrel level, but not exactly. It's hard to describe this. Like, I guess you'd say this is a non-traditional rocket barrel level. All you're doing is you're flying vertically and avoiding obstacles, so there's not a whole lot to say. Like, you can slow down, you can accelerate, so be careful not to accelerate too much, and accelerate when you need it to get like a good speed boost. Watch your environment, don't run into the walls. That's all there really is to say here. Be careful with these ships. They will get in your way and they can kill you if you're not careful. And then after you get through these two, I think after you just accelerate, you're pretty much home free. Okay, there's these two as well, but pretty certain after you reach past those ships there, this is the end. You know by the bananas raining down and you're at the end of the level. Really simple, like, not that hard at all. And that's pretty much it for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next video. Bye.